Do you ever sit down at your computer, you look at the, I don't know, 20 or 30 tabs you have open, and you just feel that immediate wave of exhaustion?
It's that feeling of digital clutter. The browser, which is supposed to be our window to knowledge, well, it so often becomes the biggest source of
It
distraction.
makes us lose focus right when we need it the most.
But that whole dynamic is changing,
Yeah.
and it's changing fast. 2025 has brought these uh, quiet but really powerful AI helpers that are designed to fix that exact problem.
Yeah, they're not pop-ups, they're not intrusive. They're more like background agents just focused on making you a better thinker.
And that's really our mission for this deep dive. We've gone through and curated 10 highly tested AI tools.
Hmm.
Most are extensions, some are sidebar utilities, but they go way beyond the basic stuff.
Right, and we're not just going to list a bunch of features. We're going to give you these custom-tailored knowledge nuggets. We'll show you how they solve real problems.
And we'll give you the exact steps, even the power prompts, to actually use them effectively. We'll start with smart assistants, then learning and writing aids.
After that, some productivity hacks for work, and then finally some tools for creativity and even for shopping.
Okay, so let's start with the big shift. Before, if you wanted AI help, you had to stop what you were doing.
Mm-hmm. Open a new tab, go to ChatGPT, copy, paste.
Exactly. It's called context switching.
And it's a killer for attention, a total killer.
So what's different now is that these new tools bring the AI right to the page you're on. It sits in the sidebar, kind of looking over your shoulder, seeing what you see.
And that makes processing a lot of information almost instantaneous. So the first one for pure text summarization, I think we agree, is Monica.
Oh, definitely. It's the all-in-one tool for anyone who dreads opening a long article or, even worse, a really dense PDF file.
It just removes that anxiety. You see a 30-page document say, new labor laws in 2025, and your first thought isn't, I have to read all this.
Right. You want the insight, not the bulk, so you need a good prompt.
So what's the power prompt here? How do you get actionable knowledge, not just some generic summary?
This is key. You tell Monica to role play. You say, pretend you work in HR. Read this file and list the 5 most important changes for our employees. And for each one, tell me if it's good or bad for our compliance costs.
That role-playing step is so critical. It forces the AI to filter the information through a specific professional lens.
And you get the main points in, what, a minute? Instead of an hour of painful reading? It's pure leverage.
So if Monica's for text, what about visuals? Charts, diagrams, things like that.
That's where Cider comes in. It's brilliant with visual comprehension. It has a vision feature that uses screenshots.
So it's not just reading the code of the page, it's actually looking at the pixels, like pointing at the screen and asking an expert, what am I seeing here?
Exactly that. Let's say you get one of those really technical computer error messages. Just a jumble of terms.
Yeah, I never know what to do with this.
Yeah, just use Cider's screenshot tool, snip the error box, and give it a simple instruction.
What would that prompt look like?
Something like, explain this error to me in simple English, then give me 3 easy, non-technical steps to fix it. It bridges that comprehension gap instantly.
Okay, so our third quiet helper is Harpa AI. This one sounds a bit different. It's for automated monitoring.
Yes, this is the tool that eliminates the F5 key, the endless refreshing, when you're waiting for a price drop or for something to come back in stock.
So Harpa just watches the page for you, quietly in the background?
It does. It waits for what we call a state change. It's smart enough to know when the relevant information on the page has actually changed, not just that a pixel moved.
And you can get really specific with it, can't you? Like if you're looking for a very particular used camera on an auction site.
Oh, absolutely. You set up a monitor with a targeted prompt. Scan this list of products. If you see the words Sony A6000 with a price under $300, send me a notification immediately.
It's looking for that perfect intersection of text and value.
So you don't have to spend your day watching a screen.
Wow. Just imagine scaling that capability. Tracking not just one camera, but millions of data points across the whole web.
All without you lifting a finger.
It's a true game changer. So the question is, how does having the AI constantly watching reduce friction in our workflow?
It saves time and effort by eliminating constant context switching.
Right. Okay, so we've covered the input side of things, reading and monitoring. What about when we have to create output ourselves, like writing?
Let's talk about that. Let's turn the browser into a classroom for making your writing better.
This one hits home for me. I'll admit I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, trying to find the exact right professional tone in an email.
Oh, everyone does. It's easy to sound more blunt than you intended, especially when you're rushing.
Yeah, that vulnerable admission is real, and that's why a tool like Quillbot is so valuable.
It's different from just a standard language model because it's laser focused on rewriting for tone.
Hmm.
Takes a clumsy sentence and makes it feel smooth and professional.
So if you write something a little too direct, maybe a job rejection like, no, I don't want to work with you now, maybe later.
Which sounds pretty harsh, right?
It does.
You just highlight that, click Quillbot, and choose the formal mode. It'll transform it into something like, currently, I am unable to proceed with this collaboration. However, I would be open to discussing potential opportunities in the future.
It just saves relationships, honestly. It protects that professional tone.
And for more complex stuff like math or technical documents, there's Question AI.
I like to think of it as a 247 tutor living in your browser.
And the crucial part is that it doesn't just give you the answer. It explains the steps to get there, so
Yeah.
you actually learn. Let's say you're reading a paper and you hit a finance formula you don't know.
Like the compound interest one, yeah.
Hmm.
Instead of stopping and Googling all the variables.
You just snip the formula with the tool and ask it to break it down.
What's the prompt?
Explain this formula to someone who knows nothing about finance. Give me a concrete example with numbers. If I invest $1,000 at 5%, show me the step-by-step calculation for 1 year.
It makes the abstract totally concrete.
Exactly. And the last one in this section is EJOY. This makes learning new vocabulary almost effortless, a byproduct of watching things you already enjoy.
It works with YouTube and Netflix using dual subtitles.
Right, so you're watching a cooking show, Gordon Ramsay shouts, "It's raw." You just click on the word raw in the subtitle.
And the video pauses, it gives you the definition, the pronunciation.
And you can save it. You can add it to a custom list, like a cooking list. The next morning, you can play a little game with your new words to really make them stick.
So beyond just making it faster, how do these tools make learning feel more durable?
Vocabulary grows naturally because the learning is fun and tied to content you actually care about.
Sponsor? Welcome back. Let's talk about meetings. We've all been there, right? Trying to take good notes while also trying to actively listen and participate.
You end up doing a bad job at both. You miss key details, and you're not fully present in the discussion.
So the next couple of tools are designed to free up your hands and, more importantly, your attention. First up is Fireflies.AI.
This is like having a personal secretary for all your meetings. It joins your Google Meet or Zoom call automatically and just transcribes everything.
The transcript is great, but the real magic is the summary feature, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The AI synthesizes an hour-long meeting into a 5-minute read. But even better, it highlights the action items. It tells you who promised to do what.
Which is a complete safety net. You never forget a client request or what your boss asked for.
It's an impartial record of commitments. And the search is amazing. You can just type Q3 budget, and it jumps right to the moment that was discussed.
Okay, so if Fireflies is for documenting meetings, what about Blue Dot? That's more for teaching, right?
Exactly. It's for creating tutorials
Yeah.
or SOPs, standard operating procedures. Perfect for onboarding a new teammate or showing a customer how to do something.
So instead of a long, boring document, you just record your screen and your face while you walk through the process.
And here's the clever part. The AI doesn't just give you a video. It automatically creates a full text transcript and a step-by-step list from what you did and said.
So it's multimodal. The person receiving it can watch the video or just read the steps or even search for a word like confirmation email and jump right to that part of the video.
It lets people learn in the way that works best for them.
When that kind of detailed documentation is automatic, how does that change our presence in the room or on the call?
It lets us focus entirely on the discussion, not on the mechanics of writing things down.
Right. Okay, so for our final segment, let's look at personal tasks, the things that are, creative friction points or things that hit our wallets.
Let's start with creativity.
Okay.
Adobe Photoshop is now available in the browser.
Which is huge. You don't need a high-end computer or specialized training anymore. It really democratizes that kind of powerful tool.
And the browser version has the best AI feature, which is generative fill. Complex image editing is no longer a manual chore. You can add or remove things just by typing what you want.
So you can take a person out of the background of a photo or add a dramatic sky just with a few words.
It gives everyone the power of a professional editor without that steep learning curve.
And finally, let's talk about protecting our wallets.
For that, we have FIA. It's a quiet shopping assistant that saves you from overcooking.
So it runs in the background while you're shopping, kind of like HARPA, but just for consumer products.
Yeah. Imagine you're looking at some new headphones on the official store's website. Fia instantly scans dozens of other trusted sites for better prices and finds any working coupon codes.
And it just pops up with a little
A
notification.
small, non-intrusive one. It might say, found a better price at 3 other stores, and show you that a major retailer has them for 20% off. It takes away that buyer's remorse.
So with these tools, is the AI replacing our effort, or is it just maximizing our leverage on these personal tasks?
It saves time and money on common tasks, letting us focus on what really matters.
So when you pull it all together, what's the big idea here? For me, the theme across all 10 of these tools is just a dramatic reduction in context switching.
Yeah, and information overload. It transforms the browser from this messy, distracting place into a really efficient control panel that's built for you.
And the difference is the quality of the AI. These aren't just simple little extensions. They're doing real synthesis, real monitoring.
Whether that's summarizing a 30-page legal doc or tracking price changes across the globe for you, it's sophisticated.
Okay, but here's the most crucial piece of advice we can give you. Do not install everything.
Please don't. If you install all 10 at once, it's just going to be a mess of notifications and you'll end up more frustrated than when you started.
You have to be focused. Pick the one tool that solves your single biggest problem right now.
If you read a lot of dense reports, start with Monica. Use those role-playing prompts. If your day is just back-to-back online meetings, try Fireflies.AI first.
Pick one. Use it for a week. See how it feels.
So let's leave you with a final thought to mull over. If these quiet helpers can automate your reading, your grammar checks, your note-taking, your price monitoring, all those things that used to eat up your attention,
What new, complex, and maybe previously daunting task are you now free to master with all that reclaimed focus?
we really encourage you to try just one this week. See for yourself. The goal is simple, really. A smoother, more productive time on the web.
We'll see you on the next deep dive. Out Tiro Music.